Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of Hell, or specifically Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of My Academia, chapter 327, Rest. Alright, I'm a bit disappointed by the chapter already because I was expecting else coming to the villains, but I guess it's just going to have to be a little fun come chapter. It's probably gonna be nothing. Probably a bit of a boring, honestly. So, let's see if there's gonna be some potential in it. Like, maybe at least the humor will be hilarious or something. I mean, that's always a possibility. Now we have Kaminari, Hiroshima, and Sato in the opening page running as Kaminari screams, "Set the temp to a toasty 42 degrees Celsius." Huh. Alright, then we see, okay, a bit more of a funny, okay, a bit of a funny gag where we see Kaminari Kirishima holding Izuku and running into the bath where everyone is starting to take their clothes off. And then we have someone going, "Heat that bath." And then we have them saying, stripping down as they throw Izuku's clothes, as we see Minata, Ojiro, Kirishima, and Kaminari sending just every water thing they have on Izuku, saying, "Let her rinse, repeat." As we see, we see literally, like, Minata is throwing some shampoo while the rest are just hosing Izuku down. And then we have them, Kirishima and Kaminari, when Minata throwing Izuku into the ocean, like, and dunk. I guess Izuku really smelled. If that's what they were doing, like, I'm definitely curious about how I know Izuku smelled horrible, but my god, it was like one of the biggest crises in the world right now. And then we see Ojiro, Saro, Kaminari, and Kirishima with these like very derpy expressions, like this very like chibi like faces, be like, most things in the world can be solved by a good bath. That's just Shigaraki. Wait a minute. Are they probably actually just sharing some good? I'll leave that as an option. As then we see just focus a bit on Izuku's face and just be like, what the hell is happening? Which is true. Then we have Bakugo screaming at them, be like, "You trying to fill the tub with dirt? Scrub his skin raw with wire brush and install strengthened cleanser first." I'm guessing this is supposed to be a reference. Like, this is not a good way to clean him. You just gotta get everything more dirty. Anyway, we should be like, "Gotta mind the instructions and the suggestions amount thought." And yeah, then we have Tokuyami be like, "Even after the grand apology, alas, nothing has changed." And so they're like, "Try to be a better man." And then because Baku just jumps in the water like, "Better." I guess some things are not gonna change. Like, I don't even know is Baku's gonna start to explain what exactly is happening. He's like, "I'm still aiming for number one. Haven't given up on that, which still makes all of us view my rivals." He's like, including Izuku, as he splashes water on his face. And then we have Izuku's mama, "To challenging Deku is fine, Kachan." And he was like, "I don't, no, the meaning of challenging. Still, the desire to improve is a good thing, right?" I guess that's one of the other ones. Be like, "Let's change this change to beat Baku at his own game." And then he's like, Baku be like, "Back chance." I guess this is just them explaining, like, "Okay, I may apologize, but I'm still gonna act the same way," which makes sense if you ask me. Like, you want to feel sorry when you fix stuff, but you're not gonna be, acting completely differently. Like, I think there's actually a volume where Koshi draw Bakugo with a more happy, like, normal smile, and then he was like, "Something about him just makes me want to punch him in the face," or some kind of like negative response to that. So I guess that's the reason why Bakugo's gonna be always like the way he is. And then we get a shot of Chaco on the bed sleeping, as I'm guessing Izuku's like, "Where's Uraraka?" As some on the girls, I'm guessing, is like already snoozing. Her and a few others crashed as soon as that sense of relief hit. And we have Izuku being like, "All right." So, by the looks of it, oh, that's his. We actually get a panel of, well, I'm guessing the ones who are still awake. And by the looks of things, Aoyama, Toru have both already went to sleep. Oh, just those two literally did like nothing. Like, they didn't even have like a speech or a moment to talk to or anything. Kinda odd. You think at least Aoyama would get one. Maybe it's gonna be a sense of volume, or maybe it's gonna mean something else later. I don't know. I mean, there was that weird art where Aoyama was behind some monstrous door, and people thought that was going to confirm that Aoyama is the UI traitor, which, considering Nazu and Toro always being the way she is, I don't know really. Let's not go into that. Anyway, Mizuki will be like, I'm so grateful to all of you, and I'm really sorry for the trouble. Still, the demon just going for me, if you catch on. And then we have Mina be like, yeah, that stuff about one for all. We got your message. And again, we get that shot where we see who's still awake and who only went to sleep, or is confirmed to us. As Mina's like, that the shock's kind of worn off since we read that letter from you, but still. And Tokyo's like, I wish you had told Hawks to answer his phone. And we see a little bit poofy about it. Funny. And then we get someone asking, like, what does it feel like? And then I'm guessing, or just says something like, from quirkless to top tier power, that couldn't have been easy. As I like, literally bone breaking as we know. Which is a bit true. Like, that's on the nose. And then we have Shoto coming, and he's like, Midora must be exhausted too, so let's let him sleep. Why else did we drag him back here? Which is a bit true. I mean, that is like one of the main points of resting. I'm guessing that the sooner, and I'm guessing that the crowd will get a bit more ancient the longer he stays. So I feel like Izuku should take as much rest here as he can. So then we have Minata being like, "Do you just naturally make an appearance doing that pose? Doing that pose?" As we have or Shoto washing his hair, well, using the towel to wash his hair. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. And here we have Israel. I'm okay. I don't know if I could even fall asleep just yet. And in the background, I was like, rate my pose. As Sarah said, like an explosion out of explosion out of 10. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like that pretty boy thing where just cleaning his hair makes him like extremely handsome. Well, meant is like nothing. I don't know. And then Shoto's like, why not? His response was, I treated all my pretty poorly and I haven't seen him since. And then we get he's like, I can't sleep until I pause, but he's not picking up his phone. As we see Shadow pointing at the window and looking like a ghost captain from a horror movie is outside when he's out the window be like, oh. Supposedly we don't actually get an on-screen joke with this, but it's kind of funny how it looks. And then we have Omek, I am here to say sorry for being of so little help, Midoriya kid. As Izuku responds with, that's crazy, you've always done so much for me, All Might. Anyway, Mina jumping in is like, you think we could get a mighty apology of our own, since you left us in the dark and just bounced? As All Might gets a bit of a serious expression, I guess we can't keep things too jokey for too long, as he's like, the battle that will decide it all is close at hand. As he says that with Mina's face getting a bit more shock. As we get some everyone's favorite inner monologue and talking at the same time. We have inner monologuing All Might being with no pupils, which is awesome. I feel like you can actually see his pupils when he's in his small mind form. And he's like, I'm no longer an active player on the board. And what he's actually saying, so I am sorry for any anxiety I may have caused. And then we have in a monologue back, I had convinced myself of that. As he thinks of staying. He's so gonna jump back into the polls, isn't he? And then we have him talking. I'll skip the details, but I acquired new intel in a monologue time. I'll crawl through the mud if that's what it takes to join this fight with them. Huh. So I guess it's Moma is still gonna participate in the battle, even if he's gonna be ninja. I guess we should have assumed that. Extra talking, and we'll have some answers soon enough. It's nearly time to muster all our forces. In a monologue time, to follow these kids to wherever that intel flame leads them, to see them along on that journey. And then he's like, these days, my own body limits how much I can contribute, but even so, Azuku says, All Might. Those Tonketatsu bento boxes gave me the strength to go on. I got all messed up because I didn't have you around, so as we have Ida and Izuku together saying, we shall protect all we hold dear together, okay? So, yeah. This is a little bit of a sweet moment to like kind of wrap this whole thing up, and I really hope this is the wrap up because right now I feel like this is trying to drag a bit. It's like a battle in Black Clover when it's not even the final portion of the arc, essentially. And then we have Oma be like, I'll show these kids I can catch up to the heights they have reached. As Oma's like, thank you. Which, it's just kind of surprising to see Oma be like, I'll reach the heights they have to. Since usually Oma is the one who's been unreachable, but now he has to reach up to their heights. It's a very nice twist, and a very logical one. And then we have, I'm guessing some of them speaking, and they're like, on that note, I must depart. I'm guessing so might. And then we have someone be like, what, where, why? As Omar responds with, to join Endeavor's group. I have yet other matters to attend to. And then we have Tokyo be like, tell him to at least send an email. I'm guessing this is Hawks. Where Omar said, of course. And Yamina be like, you mad or something? Angry Yami? Angry Yami? Nice nickname. Where Tokyo will be like, only reckoned with concerned. Sure. And then we have to be like, talking for shock pausing enough. So Endeavor and the other heroes aren't joining us here at UA. Which I guess is supposed to be again one of those status updates things. Where Shoto starts to get, I guess, more of an explanation to what's going on. He would rather not be around other people if he doesn't have a good reason to. Because of the threat W represents. Besides, it's not like this whole affair forced a change of heart in all the evacuees staying here. Which is realistic. It's alright, they've changed their heart enough to a point they'll let Izuku stay there. Or at the very least, enough people are allowing it to a point he can. But if it never shown up, they'll probably be more concerned and start screaming again. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why Endeavor and Hawk stayed outside was probably because if they show up, like, as soon as they show up, you have like a bunch of booing and throwing cans at them. And they do not need more of that. Like, they were already reaching dangerous levels of hatred. And then we have a panel with Best Girl Jiro and Momo. As Momo says, oh, his nerves have calmed at least as we see Zuko going his phone on the sofa and starting to sleep. As Shoto nicely starts to wrap him in blanket to make him to keep him warm. I would just have Ida and Ida, Sato, Kodo, any one of them like grab Zuko, take him to bed. But I guess that's nice. As then we have Shoto be like, given that I'm Dabi's brother and Dabi's son, I think I'm also still viewed as a concern. Which I am not exactly sure because it wasn't actually shown, and usually Hiroshi does show this, but I guess it's kind of logical. Like, I would not be surprised us getting a couple of chapters later or when we get back or whenever what's gonna happen with them, like season seeing Shoto, they might be saying it, but I can't help. This is one of those. I feel like this is supposed to be like the same moment where Shoto said, "Wait a minute, when I fought Izuku, I damaged his arm. When I was in the battle against Stain, Izuku's arm was broken. Am I causing you guys to break your hands? I kind of this is like the feeling, but I guess it's supposed to be a more serious. So yeah, now you can be like, that's some heavy family drama, dude. Must be eating you up inside, even though you didn't do anything wrong, which is true. Like he's one of the more innocent members of the family. As Soto just responds with, in a way, I did obsessed with the blood in my veins. I lost sight of my origin, but I've changed, and I'm going to prove it. As we see a bit of a more not a smile, but more like a kind of positive expression on show to be like, and don't nobody has to worry about me anymore. As then we have Kirsten be like, what a man's man, making my dear dogs cry, uncle over here. Oh, hello. Okay, that's a very funny joke. And then we have Basgirl Jiro being like, all the Valkyries haven't necessarily had a change of heart. Yeah, I guess not. And she says, but hey, how about this? Now I'm not saying the situation is the same, but as she uses her earphone jacks to get Momo Tokoyami and her boyfriend close to her, as this one might come and be like, what gives? Cut it out! As Momo's like, oh my! And it was like, and then we have Shoto be like, what is it, Jiro? As Basgirl just starts talking, remember that other times some people were less than thrilled about us and our status? Referencing to the Culture Festival, and we see Basgirl Jiro also grabbing Valgu by his shirt and pulling him. If we're trying to reassure people, as we see at all their expressions, and bring smiles to their faces, I just might have an idea. As we see the band in the festival, all there with Banco basically being the baby, like, no, I don't wanna. And Basco Gio with the most beautiful panel, 8 out of 10 pounds. No, 100 out of 10 pounds. No, 10 billion out of 10 pounds will be like last time at the Culture Festival. Let's show them everything we've made of. Like, I just love this panel. Jill, you're the queen we all need. You're the queen that we have, but we do not deserve. We are ungrateful. Why can't you be a villain so you come live here with me? Actually, we're the same. Actually, in Demon, if I was in their world, I'll be 17 as well, approaching 18. So technically, we are both. So I'm technically legally allowed to do it. Also, my dad. So I don't care about legal things, except when FBI is involved. Those such of bitches are after me just because I want to see a bunch of cute girls. Not even in that way. Just literally just me. Oh, look, this girl looks cute. Let's see how many stereotypical cute poses that they gotta make her do. I mean, Oni-chan. That was not those hentai stuff. And here we have Jiro talking. We pulled it off once, didn't we? And she was like, "That's true." Because it's not only about breaking it all back the way it was. We gotta work to make the world a better place than before, and we'll do it together. Going beyond and all. As we see a panel with all of all the awake members of Class 1A and the ones who weren't talking next to Jiro with their determined expressions getting ready. Which I guess sets up them having another culture festival to calm their nerves. Like, I'm guessing this is gonna go something like, no, we are saying that you're all stressed is understandable. So in favor of that, our students decided to perform a little concert, and I'm guessing they might even ask Jiro's parents and someone to get in. Kaminari Jiro moments are calling me, and I am already excited. Oh my god, I miss some. We're going into that, and then we go back to the outside and get some, let's actually find something more exciting. Also, Jiro because Joe's best girl. Taki is Hawks like, with Garaki in custody, they'll compare his polygraph-based testimony about Shiraki's growth rate to restore of the normal, researched over at Central Hospital. It's tough to predict how long it will take the upgrades to fully adhere to in a living subject, but both Garaki and Central Hospital are saying he needs at least 2 full months of rest before he achieves completion. Question: where are Garaki, Gelatomachia, Mr. Compress, and all these characters? Like, I know there's still some prisons left, but shouldn't we? But where are they specifically? I'm guessing they're in a public prison, but where? Maybe there is some other room, but I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, anyways, now we get another panel where we get some. Oh, we see a panel where we have the faces of the people assassins that was sent against Daku. We have Naga, Dictator, the guy who literally was just defeated, and that monster that Izuku was fighting confirmed that monster indeed was one of the escapees. I thought he was gonna be because of the appearance seemingly matching one of the silhouettes, but it's nice to have it confirmed. As then Hawks continues with, that info also squares with testimony from the assassins Deku captured, all for once trying to get his grubby mates on one for all before Shigaki's body is perfected. And then we see a bit of rubble and wreckage in the floor. I'm guessing this is the remains of Tartarus or something. With Hawk saying, whatever he's scheming, if we're looking at a date 2 full months after the attack on Tartarus, that gives us 1 more month of wiggling room to make our move and take the fight to All for One and Shigaraki. Red flag if you ask me. The fact that we get a wiggle room and we had no match showing of the main forces. There we see Endeavor flying the air. As I'm guessing he's listening to Hawks being like, that's what we thought. And then we have continuing, I guess it's still Hawks being like, All Might was giving some intel by that mad zealot of his stain. Which is true. Security records from Taurus to be exact, as we see, I'm guessing a chip that was on one of Stain's blades, well, not blades, one of his knives, as well as some notes. So I don't think we get what the note would say, but wait, I think we actually can see something, but I'm not sure if that's the word. I was trying to see as much as I can. Now, anyways, we have a panel where Stain saying in his like Ninja Turtle pose, and he's like, and Sakuto saying, along with that, it's basically a deranged love letter to All Might. Stain wasn't planning to hand over that intel to anyone but the main man himself, which is true. Now let's see. Only a true hero may act as the recount of this information that unholy as their phones. Perform un outlaws who bear false mantled and act solely out of contemptuous self-interest. All Might is the only worthy of the research. All Might is the only one worthy. All Might unworthy of ending my life. Oh, more than ever, the measure cry out for that. Unscheduled say of justice, he embarks on that part, justice, absolute justice. The world has grown park in that watched it precisely why the peace must stay and vanish and let us all side is so it's actually allowed us as nothing. It's actually the microchip that has every information that we need. But yeah, this is a deranged love that. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's hilarious. As Hawks continue until the end of the chapter, with Endeavor's face kind of looking sober, and Hawks like, who would have thought that the hero killer would end up a hero ally? Which is true. Well, he is all my sexual, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Oh my god. Alright, this chapter is a little better than I expected. Not much, but there are some jokes that really hit well, and of course, Basquiat Jiro makes everything better. Listen, Karoshi, if you ever need to make a boring chapter deciding, Jiro will is always your answer. More Jiro, please. So yeah, we will have. So right now it seems like we are getting to a wiggle room. Um, performance and our villains having no idea where our main villain forces are. So, and we get a confirmation that there are only 4 of the 7 or 8 or 6 or how many other assassins still have been captured. Now, there might be some filler in the episodes where that's gonna be we're gonna get more. I'm not sure. Right now, there was no information to say. But needless to say, that saying there's a red flag this culture festival will end up an all-out battle, which was even hidden in the cultural festival arc with Gentle and all that. To make a short story long, this will end up badly. Now, I do not blame Jiro for it, because she does have logic behind every entertainment, but they have to keep this in mind specifically. I can totally see Nazo being like, it's a good idea, but we have to be extra careful about all for one's movements. So I'm never curious on how this will go through, because the red flags are there, the build up, the setup was there. All we need now is to wait for a couple weeks to get into this and see the despair. So, anyways, this was a nothing chapter if I'm being honest. I fuck up any jokes, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. Anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.